What's up, everybody? No sleep, kid. You are an impatient one, aren't you? It's all right. We got here in the end. No worries. And I was right on time, too. It's right at 8 o'clock. Check on all the streams. Make sure everything's fine. Twitch says we're unstable. I don't know what that means. I have pretty good internet. Oh well. You burnt your hand on an iron at school. They have irons at your school for like ironing shirts and stuff? That's interesting. Very curious. Let's see. Let me post this on Twitter. Not that anybody will actually show up, but we do it for the lols. Yeah, I don't even know how to see how many live viewers are on Twitter, so whatever. Irons in sewing class, interesting. Could have been worse. It could have been a shop class. Like, yeah, you're not wrong. That would have been worse. There's much more dangerous things in shop class. Hey Justin, can you tell Thomas Brush needs to learn Visual Studio's debugging tools? It's painful to watch him struggle with new. Oh my goodness. That was rough. Yeah, I was on today. Actually, David, I don't know if you're on here. He was chatting earlier. We were hanging out with Thomas Brush today, trying to help him just make his game faster. Because, you know, I build VR games, and so I was watching his live stream just, you know, up in the background, because it's always interesting to see how other Unity developers approach, you know, building games and stuff. And he's published a game. He's published several games, but he's got a demo in the works right now, and he was trying to increase the frame rate, and we're looking, and he had like 11 gigabytes of textures in memory, and it's just ridiculous. So yeah, it was that is something that would not fly on that Quest headset. You have 8 gigs max, and he was running 11 gigs of textures, not to mention the other things that you need to account for. So it was and then yeah, the input system. So he had some issue where if you hit escape, it would just so if you were in the options menu and then you were another layer deep, if you hit escape, it would just kind of double tap and pull you all the way out and play the game some more, and like resume the game again. And all he needed to do was have it so on the basically do on key up, but with the new input system, which is in cancel. And then if he was really having an issue, just add some kind of debounce or something. He did solve it in the end, in an unconventional way. He just had like he added like a bool flag in the main menu that was like, should we unpause or not? So it was one way to do it, but how's it going? What's up, YouTube Brett? Are you making any VR games? He needed texture. He really needs Texture Atlas. One of the most brilliant ways you can improve your performance on a VR game is Texture Atlas. Basically reuse the same texture, just different parts of. So you have this like, you know, 2K, 4K image, and it is tiled with a whole bunch of different things. And there's some games, or some demos at least, that have the entire scene rendering on just one 2K texture, because you can sample just certain particular parts of the texture. And so like this little part here goes on the railing, and then this little part here is wallpaper, and then all the like really cool ways you can just like chop up a little texture and then add it to the objects in the scene. I mean, it works really good for buildings and construction and spaceships and that kind of stuff. It's a little more difficult for characters and, you know, those kinds of things you need to build. But is a texture atlas like a parent of UV mapping? It's so UV mapping kind of, it's like telling the UV map, so it's like you have a texture and then you UV map, which is basically like drawing out the texture and saying how it wraps back onto the object. And so you'll basically say, I want you to grab this particular spot of this particular texture and map it onto the UV map in a particular way. And you can use the same texture, so it's only like, you know, one 4K image or two 4K images or one 2K image in memory, but then it's rendering the whole scene because you only have to have that and you're just sampling different parts of it over and over again really fast. Can everyone use the desktop editor and where? Yeah. So you go to, oops, that's not what I wanted. That one. Oh, my auto switch isn't working. That's sad. Unit OBS is supposed to auto swap me over. I thought I added you. Come on. It's supposed to be anything that says Horizon Worlds in it. You're supposed to swap me over to the right scene, but no, I have to do it manually. All right. Yeah, so this is Horizon Worlds, the editor. It is desktop, and yeah, anyone can use it. So they just opened up beta access to it on Thursday of last week, and you get to it by going to the MetaQuest link software, and then you download it and add it here. So it's this one, and you use that, and then you open it up, and it behaves similarly to Unity. You see 1 million subscribers in my future? I would like 1 million subscribers in my future. I might have to branch out from VR to get to 1 million. I think 100,000 is gonna be hard with VR. This is for VR. The texture atlas stuff was not. Texture atlas can be used for anything. It's particularly useful for VR and mobile because it's just really efficient. And the particularly the GPU side of rendering things on mobile in VR is difficult. So you can tell the UV map to get to a specific place to get its image. Yeah. Oh, you use 1920 by 1080 or 800 by 800 images for your game. That's interesting. It's an interesting size. Usually it's like 2K or 4K is what textures are normally at. Have you watched Vidui's Horizon editor tutorials? I did not. It looks interesting. He looks like he's really high energy. I watched his intro video, but the zombie tutorial, that's what we're doing today, Strantz. That's the idea. I want to finish this one up. I may just jump straight to the zombie tutorial. The only thing I kind of dabbled like behind the scenes, you guys weren't here. I dabbled around with it a little more. I apologize. I was cheating on you. But I don't even remember what I did. I set up the trigger boxes here for the start and reset, and then all the gems you can now walk up to and grab, and it's all tracked and the game state's accurate. It's really just there's no UI here that actually shows you. So I think we might jump over. We might just completely start from scratch and do the zombie shooter game. I think it's a shooter game. I don't know. Because apparently, according to Strantz, it's a much better tutorial. So we will see, because that would be ideal. That would be very nice to have a more straightforward tutorial that's not like, let's show you all the roundabout ways to build stuff because we want to show you this weird little edge case feature that you might use at some point. And that's not what I want. It's not what we're looking for. So, all right, let's, I like it. We'll do that. We'll return to our creator home, leave this world. That was a fun effect. And then this is what we want. How to create your first world. zombie shooter. Oh, don't open in that window. I don't want you over there. I want you over here. Yeah, cool. Let's peruse this. I love it when they start out with 2 important warnings. It's always fantastic. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen now. Can't see the chat. VR is not dead nor dying, but rather people are having a hard time making high quality VR games. It's still new. I'd consider this VR era the Atari era of VR. Yes, I have said it many times, but I do think that we are. It's gonna reveal itself a little bit differently, but I do think we are in the era of the early iPhone days of VR, where people don't really know how to make a good VR game yet. There's a few people who have done it well, and I won't even classify something like Half-Life Alyx in that. As controversial as that would be, I won't classify Half-Life Alyx as a peak VR game because it would work perfectly well as a PC game, a flat screen game. And that's not what VR is best for. VR is best for those super immersive worlds that you just can't possibly do inside of a flat screen game. There's a few that do it well. Beat Saber's one of them. Beat Saber's kind of like a inspired by Dance Dance Revolution, I could say. And then Gorilla Tag is another one, as much as I hate to say it. Gorilla Tag is another pioneer because you can't do it in flat screen. There's just no way. It's a very physics-based movement game. So and then there's a few others. Gods of Gravity is another one that I'll mention because I love strategy games. That's actually my favorite genre of games, is strategy games. Gods of Gravity is a VR strategy game where you're based in space in a solar system, and your goal is to so you start on opposite ends of the solar system from someone else, whether it's an AI or another player you're playing against. And the goal is to take over the solar system, get all the planets and the moons, and you have these little spaceships that you have to grab and like throw at the other planets and moons, and it's actually really fun. And it's something that would only work in VR. So yeah, that's my thought there, is I think we're in the early iPhone days when everyone was making a little lighter app, or the app where you would just like, it was a flashlight app and it just turned your screen white so you could see it. Like, people didn't know how to make like Slack or any of the actual apps that you use day to day, like all the business kind of apps and all that kind of stuff. It was just gimmicky games that weren't even good, weren't even deep, weren't even complex. That's where VR is at right now, and it's because people don't know how to use it or how VR, the technology, is going to be used in the future. And so it's all of this weird arcadey kind of apps right now. Asgard's Wrath is actually pretty good. Yeah. The AI is too difficult. I don't think I've tried it against like a super hard AI on Gods of Gravity. Make a loading screen VR tutorial. That would probably be pretty good. Coursera has let me catch up on chat. How many VR headsets do I own? Oh goodness. Let's see. So I've got, chat's kind of in the way. So this is funnily enough a picture of my background so that I could have my green screen. But that's the first VR headset I ever purchased. It was like a $5 one that you can slide your phone into. That's a Valve Index. This is my second headset. This is the Rift S. So this was like my first actual VR headset, if we don't count the phone one. And then that is a Quest Pro, and then those are just kind of like batteries and accessories and stuff. And then I have on my table a Quest 3, and then over there I've got a Quest 2, and over there I've got a Quest 3S. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 VR headsets right now. It's a decent amount, and I love it. Okay, fine, you can stay there. Mentioned to him today's VR Creator Club meeting. It's funny how so many VR games look like it's the game graphics. Yeah, so right now, since VR headsets are basically toasters, you have to do like PlayStation 2 graphics. Alex has several interactions that are only experienceable in VR. Flat just removes the feature. Yeah, there is some stuff. The problem I have with Half-Life Alyx is that it was oriented towards a beginner VR audience, and that's not a beginner VR game. That is not like someone who's first starting out in VR. I'm like, Half-Life Alyx, that's what you should play. I think if they had made it so you could like sprint, you had a little more freedom of movement, and you could move around faster. The one-handed gun interactions were clever, but adding some more complexity there would have been good. But it's still an amazing game. So only in VR. Frequently they had a flying enemy fly behind you and got pointed the sword over my shoulder and instinctively and just died. Or it died. Okay. What's a good cheap starter VR headset for absolute beginners? So if you're on a really, really tight budget, I'd go with Quest 2. Quest 2, you can get on Facebook Marketplace for like $150. It's the cheapest one available, and it will still run most games. So this one's still pretty solid headset. It was kind of the pioneer of standalone VR. The next one after that, so this would probably be the one I would recommend to most people, is going to be the Quest 3S. And this one is basically all of the same internals as a Quest 3, which is going to be the higher end version, but just different, like the lenses are a little worse. So that you still have like kind of the Quest 2 lenses, but you have the Quest 3 internals. And then the next step up after that, I would say, would be the Quest 3. And this is going to be like, if you don't really have a budget, you can get one of these for, I think they start at $500. The Quest 3S will start at, I want to say 300 for their lowest gigabyte version. I think it's 300. And then the Quest 2, I don't even think you can buy anymore. You could buy their highest gigabyte version new, but they are discontinuing it, and so you're only going to be able to get it on like Facebook Marketplace here in the near future. I think they're only selling it until they run out. Okay, yes, we should get to coding, huh? Sweet. Quest 2 is more expensive than the 3S. Really? Well, the new one probably, because it's the higher gigabyte is what they're offering. That makes sense, I guess. All right, cool. Let's build a game. Let's go build this. How to create your first... Oh, I already clicked on that. All right, so that means we need to go back and do reading. So we love it when it starts out with a couple of important messages. So okay, first it wants us to join the creator program, which basically is they're giving out a lot of bonuses to people, $50 million to people who are able to get users in their game. And then the desktop editor is in early access, and so there's going to be bugs. Love it. Love being the first to try out stuff. All right, so in this tutorial, we're going to learn how to build a simple Meta Horizon. See if I can make it bigger for y'all. We're going to learn how to make a simple Meta Horizon Worlds game. The tutorial consists of 2 parts. Part 1 is going to show you how to place an asset directly in your newly created world from the public asset library. And then look at the world. The next one's going to be importing custom models, and we write your first script. All right, we've already did a little bit of this, so we'll try to knock it out pretty quickly. Have I tried the new Meta AI in Horizon? There's a Meta AI? I didn't even know about a Meta AI yet. We'll get there. I haven't even gotten to the creating or publishing an app yet. I have created a very tiny app. Okay, I'm gonna skip past all of the stuff I already know. So we already have launched it from the MetaQuest link. We've already clicked the library. Okay, yeah, we've already started it. Yada yada yada. Okay, we need to create a new world. Oh, it did auto switch. Nice. Okay, cool. Let's go to new world up here at the top. All right. This is one of the things that I've seen happen a lot in this editor, is it likes to think. It likes to, not in the way that Unity thinks. Unity thinks by recompiling all the scripts. The Horizon Worlds editor thinks because it has to phone home. It has to, because it's kind of like a Google Doc. You kind of think of it like editing a Google Doc, where every time you make any kind of change, it will autosave. This is the exact same, and it is annoying because it like will, you know, will save every time. All right, so we've got a fresh new world. We have done step 1. Cool. What's next? Okay, we've opened it. We need to rename it, and then we're gonna rename it to, what is this game called we're building? It's a zombie shooter kind of thing. And then it wants us to select an environment called the Unfinished Graveyard. All right. All right, rename it by going here. Zombie shooter. I'm gonna be disappointed if it's like zombie tag and not a zombie shooter. We shall see. Hoping it's not. Please read chat more often. I hope you're being sarcastic. I've read every single chat message. They introduced AI when you can talk to AMD and it replies back at like ChatGPT. You can talk to AMD, so that's like a core processor kind of thing. Oh, you're not talking about like the VR headset, you're talking about like the Meta Ray-Bans glasses collaboration. I have seen that. All right, we want to create, we want to go to the marketplace and unfinished graveyard is what we wanted to look at. And it doesn't exist. Unfinished, did I spell it wrong? Select asset library. Oh, we need to look in the environment tab, not featured. Environment, unfinished graveyard. Cool. All right. Okay, cool. We got a little world here now. See if we got some, feels like fog. Yeah, a little bit of fog. Nice. All right, there's a weird little arrow there. There's an arrow there. I'm sure we're gonna be doing a lot of things with arrows and little panels. There's something back here that's pointing to a lot of places, or maybe it's, oh, these are lights. That's what these are. Static light. All right, that's a weird looking light. Like, what are all these random like arrow things? It's light. Here, let me make chat a little smaller. You guys don't need to be so full of yourselves. Go down here in the corner. Okay. Okay, so there is a finished zombie world as well. We're just starting with the unfinished one. All right, let's go back to, oh, it's not this one and that one. Cool. All right, unfinished graveyard. We did that. Drag it into the scene. The hierarchy panel shows us all the objects. There's attributes, list of keyboard shortcuts. That'll be useful. I need to, well, I think I know all of these actually. I was like, that'll be useful. Keyboard shortcuts, but it's the really basic like move around while holding left click or right click. All right, so we've looked at that. we've done the things. Select the spawn point gizmo and then change it to the new position. Okay. All right, this is all like super basic stuff, which is fine. Maybe we should have started on this tutorial last time instead of the weird scripting one. Okay, if you hold Alt left mouse button, you can orbit. So if we click on something, hold Alt, and then I don't think it's working as intended. I thought it was like orbit the, oh, so that'll go in and out. And then that, oh, I thought it would orbit the object we're clicking on. You did it wrong. Have you already started this tutorial, Gridstone? You've already been trying it out already. All right, so we want to move our spawn point. Where are you? Oh, you're way the heck up here. Wait, that means this is not centered correctly. All right, yeah, let's center you. All right, and then, sure, that could be the spawn point, that's fine. All right, get a better view, look at the scene, do all the things. When you hit play, you can walk around. Yes, we've done that. Complete the graveyard. So before you get started, disconnect the asset template from its parent to preserve your changes. Okay, so right now it's set up as an asset template, possibly. If we right click, unparent child objects. Is that what it wants us to do? Unlink instance root. I don't think this is an instance. It doesn't look like it is one. Because we're getting like this weird little box thing instead of, oh, maybe this is the instance. No. This is just a, what are you? It's a different type of object. It's got a weird icon. What are you? Oh, no, I don't want to rename you. Stop. Stop it. No, that's not what I wanted. I don't even know what did it say? Chat, help. What was the object I just renamed to F? F in the chat. Ugh. Yes, it is free to upload your own Horizon world. They do want more and more people to upload the worlds that they make. And then I think this was called Graveyard. Oh yeah, Graveyard Environment. Oh, why didn't it rename it over here? That's weird. Interesting. All right. Enough of my shenanigans. Unlink the object. All right, select the back walls leading up to gate. You can select multiple objects holding down the control key and then hold the shift key and click together on other objects. Okay, yes, that's just selecting things. Okay, so it wants us to finish the graveyard by duplicating everything and adding more headstones and that kind of stuff. All right, cool, we can do that. That's easy enough. All right, so let's click on one of these little fence post dealios and we'll go around up to here. No, that is not in order. Okay, so I don't want you, I don't want you, I don't want the gates. I just want the, no, I just want the walls. All right, let's grab all of these. They made it sound like it would be a super easy, just like click all the ones in order, but they're trying to make it difficult on me. All right, I don't need that one. All right, so let's duplicate them. And then, oh, it's thinking. Okay, there we go. And then rotate them. If I hold down control, can I snap rotate? Yes. Nice, I like it. I like the snap kind of stuff. That is very nice. All right, yeah, so if you hold down control, just like Unity, it will snap Looks like that was not super precise. We want it to be, there's fine. And then we'll need another gate. So let's grab this gate. That gate and that one. And why do you want to edit? I don't want to, stop trying to rename things. Why are you trying to rename everything I click on? Stop it. All right. Their undo redo is not complete yet. So do your best to not have to use it or you may lose data. That's concerning. Do you ever stream earlier? It's 2:30 a.m. there. Not at the moment. Right now I'm doing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Y'all could convince me to stream earlier. Like early as in like before work. So like 6 in the morning, something like that. But I'm like trying to see how this does. Yeah. VidU has a lot of scripts on the Google Drive that are good. Okay. Google Drive scripts I can copy are appreciated. All right, this is gonna go here. Oh, actually, I don't think holding down control snaps things. I think just existing will snap things. Okay, yes, control will snap things and existing. Okay, that's a weird way for the gate to line up, but it's fine. Okay, cool. And then it wants us to kind of duplicate these. Well, let's duplicate this little setup here. That guy, and this one, and this one, and the light, and this one, and the statue, and the box, and the tree, and this light here. Did I get everything? This little pumpkin. Light on the pumpkin. A little tricky. And then this guy. Okay, I think that's everything. And then we're gonna kind of put 6 of them around here. Duplicate. Whoa, okay, why'd you rotate it like that? Come on, Unity. Not Unity. Horizon. So I duplicate something in that orientation. I would like it to stay in that orientation, please. Why would you think you wanted... Why would you think that I needed it to be sideways? Okay, I want all of you without... Yeah. Perfect. Oh! Why is this difficult? All right, all of you, please. And then just kind of move you over here. There we go. And then duplicate again. We're gonna do this. All right, just stay in the same spot. I don't want you to rotate it. Why would you rotate it like that? I don't understand. I don't need this in my life. You're just making it difficult. Come on, Meta. You've had how long? I think this has been in existence for like 2 years now. I think they've been working on this for like 2 years. And to have it be something that's like this quality is just ridiculous. Like when I duplicate it, just stay there. Why do you have to? Okay, so that one worked fine. I don't understand. Sometimes it like rotates it in 2 different like directions. I just don't get it. Okay, this is the last one. And then it wants us to throw some like gravestones down. So I've got these guys here, so we'll just duplicate, see if they rotate weirdly. Yes, now they're laying down. Oh, and I accidentally misclicked, so now I have to go do this. Okay, so I actually want you, and you. All right, rotate like that, and go over here. All right, good enough, whatever. We're learning. We're just learning. All right, and then I'm gonna duplicate this little skylight deal and rotate it because it needs it. It needs a rotation in its life, and kind of move that over here. That'll work. And we'll kind of get some more ambient lighting all over the place. There's also no editor reset like in Unity, so when you play and stop, moving an entity in play mode or deleting it will not reset it when you exit play mode. That's a little annoying. Yeah, can we have Unity? No, we have Unity at home. This is definitely Unity at home. All right, let's see what else is on the instructions. So we went and we completed the little world thingy. That's close enough. All right, and then we can try it out on mobile. So it wants us to go ahead and publish the world. The dialog can be opened by navigating to the top left of the menu bar, selecting publish. You can name the world something unique other than the default name. Interesting. I wonder if I published it right now, if you guys would be able to see it. That could be a fun experiment. Let's try it. Yeah, let's go ahead and publish. Earn 50 million. All right. So it wants us to go here. All right. I feel like there's one step before publish. Where is it? Oh no, it's just showing us there was 2 different places. So we could either click publish over here somewhere. Yeah, publish world, or conveniently in the top corner. All right. So publish, and then we'll do. I can't hold down the left arrow to move to the front. Goodness, this editor has a lot of work to do. All right, let me move myself out of the way. We'll just call it Justin P. Barnett's zombie shooter. Is this thing on? What's my rating? Violence. Should we have nudity? Sexual things? Should we just check all the boxes here? Body humor. Burping. Throwing up gas. That's a weird category. Things that might scare people? Probably. There's gonna be weapons and there's gonna be blood for sure. I don't know about the other things. Realistic. Probably not realistic. And then how much blood goes into the world? Some. A lot. A lot. It's the core part of the world. It's spooky. Less scary. More spooky. Alright, your world will be tagged as 18 plus. Only people who are at least 18 years old or older in some regions can see and visit it. This is actually the hack to have a good user base, is to select the correct settings so that it becomes 18 plus, and it only gets shown to the accounts that are older, and you don't get all the like 10-year-olds and 13-year-olds in your game screaming. And that this is the way. This is the trick. All right, so we have to choose a genre. This will be moderate. That's fine. Tags. Action. It's not really adventure. Comedy. Education. This might be educational. Is it educational for me? Is it educational? I don't. It's probably not educational for the people playing it. There's more if you slightly scroll down. All right. Is it? Yeah, we'll do shooting. Oh, we can only add 3. Okay. I don't think comedy is one. One more. Not that this is going to be like the most awesome, amazing game ever. If you remove screaming kids, you remove 95 potential customers. You're not wrong. This could be a battle royale. It's not that important, Justin. Just pick one, or we can just do 2. That's fine. All right, visit to the public. Yes, members only world. This is actually an interesting thing. Is I think you can like set up members only world, and then people have to pay a subscription to be part of your world. I think that's how that works. Okay, this is definitely still in development, so we'll check that. And then do we want it as mixed reality? Also, I hate this. You guys can't see it. Where Meta is only labeling things as mixed reality now and not VR. Like this, like the way that Apple is now saying spatial computing instead of VR or AR or mixed reality. Meta has recently decided that they are going to say mixed reality instead of virtual reality or augmented reality or whatever. So that's annoying. So we have to pick one of those. I guess this will be both. Compatible with web and mobile. Shouldn't that be the first option? Like okay, these are the same question. These two are the same question. Why would you ask it twice? Okay, cool. Publish. Confirm. Oh, do we need to change the thumbnail? Yeah. Oh, I have to take a photo. Let me take a photo of my world. Does it include the light boxes and everything? Let's see. Yes, it does. That's hilarious. Hold on. Wait, do I have to like go back and... Wait, I just took one. Come on. It's gonna take a minute to like load. Okay, so we're already published. It's already up there. I don't know. Go see if you can, go see if you can find Justin P. Barnett's zombie shooter on Horizon Worlds. See if we're up there. Or it might have to review. I mean, they might have to review it first. I'm gonna get random people like popping in here. I wonder if that's a thing. Like if it, while you're editing it, you can see the other people like popping in. I feel like that's something that Meta would do. Experimental. Ooh, yeah, that's a good category. We should do experimental. Where is it? Yes, we are always experimental. Publish. Confirm. Can I see my other screenshot? I literally took a screenshot. Yeah, so I said take photo and nothing happened. All right, let's go and do this. Take a photo. Looks good. It's not, why is the bottom like cut off? This is ridiculous. This whole editor is like hilarious. Look, it's just like completely like black on the bottom. Like I just don't. Sure, we'll go with it. It's just janky enough. You can see your coworkers in editor, but but it's because they're collaborators. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so I think you can invite people. So if I invite people here, they're collaborators, and then oh yeah, I guess you can see them like moving around the editor. Like you see like their like editor camera position wherever they are in the world. I was about to say at least the publishing steps are quite effortless. Yeah, I mean that wasn't bad. Published game. I'm a published Horizon Worlds developer. I can add that to my Twitter profile. All right, what is it? Let's do things. What does it actually want us to do now? This has all been relatively easy. All right, we did that. Preview device. Okay, so yeah, so that's all like simulation testing stuff. Oh, you can preview it in a web browser. That's interesting. Okay, open it on your app. You can find the build link under notifications to play your world for more related information. Ooh, okay. Here, I'll just text you guys the link to it. Let me find it. All right, notifications. There's a media. It just shows me the pictures that I've taken before. I'm not seeing. It's supposed to be in Horizon. Go to the Horizon app on your mobile device. Click on the notifications icon. I'm not seeing anything. Let me exit out and go back to it. All right, I'll just search it. Justin P. Barnett. Oh, we'll just go with that and see if that comes up with anything. Search worlds. Not seeing it yet. Zombie shooter. I don't think it exists yet. I think that's the issue. Like we have to wait a little bit. There's probably some kind of approval process. I probably have someone, it's not someone. Anthony, what's up? What are your thoughts on the strategy behind the creator fund and the decision to open up the editor tool? Is it related to the article on Meta's make it or break it year? Yeah, absolutely. I think so. They are trying, it appears, to copy Roblox. So basically create a, or even like a Fortnite in a way, create a user generated content platform. And it started on VR, but now you can access the worlds on the browser, on a web browser, or on mobile, like literally on their Horizon Worlds app. And they're just trying to basically create a Roblox is the idea. And they take a 47% cut of everything that you buy inside of the world. Okay, that was it. That was all the part one. Was dragging in a pre-made asset and hitting play. Oh, you've been in it? You found it? Nice. You found my world. That's awesome. You searched for Justin under Worlds. Just Justin. It came up for you? I find it ironic that it's not coming up for me, but it came up for you. I wonder if I like click on my profile. Oh, it does say I have 2 worlds. Ah, there it is. Let me see if I can grab a link for it. Share. There we go. All right, I'll give you the access code. Here we go. Move it to Twitch first. Stream manager, chat. Oh. Did it give it? I don't think it posted. I don't even think it posted the link. Nope. My own moderator tools are not letting me post a link, I think. That's kind of funny. Can I post it on YouTube? I give it to y'all on YouTube. You have to find me. I did it by finding myself, and then actually going to whatever. I do see it. It's under my worlds. If you look up Justin P. Barnett under people and then look at the worlds, then you can find me. All right, let's carry on. Part 2. Let me actually do stuff. So I do think, all right, back to your question, Anthony. I didn't fully answer it. I got distracted because John's like, your world's up. I think them opening up this editor is very, very good. That's not the right button. That one. Because the only way to build apps previously was in VR. And so I think, well, let's take a step back. I think Horizon Worlds is a terrible idea, and I think they should shut it down. How's that for a different perspective? I think I tweeted this the other day and it went crazy. The best thing that Meta could do for the VR industry is to shut down Horizon Worlds. I think that would make VR, because then their focus would shift from being whatever this is, this content, like UGC kind of platform, user generated content platform, to also a user generated content platform, but they're focusing on the actual games that people build in Unity and already build high quality games in Unity and Unreal and all the other game engines that are out there. I don't think that they should create their own editor. I think this here was a horrendous waste of time and money, because it's almost exactly like Unity, but it's just like, really the big thing here, I think, that they're like promoting is this kind of asset library deal, which Unity already has with the asset store. Unreal already has one, the marketplace. And so I think, I don't know, I think in the grand scheme of things, it's wild. Can you try uploading your own FBX model? Yeah, so we had talked about that today on our Q&A call in the VR Creator Club. The FBX models will only upload if they already have materials and textures applied. You can't upload a model if it doesn't have the proper materials and textures, for some reason. Because like in Unity, you can upload just like a model without materials and then add it later in the engine. In this engine, you cannot. It's a great vision. One you share, being able to deploy seamlessly via multiplayer, for example. The execution is poor. Yeah, it's, and the sad thing is that I think this has been in development for like at least 3 years. It's been available in early access, like closed early access, for at least a year. I think 2 years now. And this is like as far as they've gotten. Like it's impressive for, if there wasn't already a good game engine out there that we could use. This is pretty impressive, but it's nothing compared to like what's already out there. And if they had instead focused all that energy, I'm sure they spent an impressive amount of money on this. If they have had instead and put all of that energy into building a porting tool that you could upload Unity projects into Horizon Worlds or upload Unreal projects into Horizon Worlds, they would have had so many more already impressive worlds in there. They could have used the exact same APIs that they're using for multiplayer right now. They could even have used this like little asset library thing. You just add it as a plugin to Unity and Unreal. Like Sketchfab already has this as a plugin in Unity that you can just drop in and like download free assets and drop it right into the Unity editor in Sketchfab. This already exists in Unity. And Meta decided they were going to do it themselves. So I think I like the idea of it because it's like your own world, and they just want the control, I think. But I do think it was just executed very poorly. They should just link a portal Unity, that some multiplayer platform. Yeah, like they already have a multiplayer platform set up. Like they could literally just get, because so they gave us like the TypeScript, and so you can go in and like here, let me zoom in. They gave us TypeScript, so you can go in here and like I can just go to the game manager, and this is like literally you've got all the Horizon dot stuff, and so you already have like an API exposed, and so this is like this is not the way that I did this. This is the way they taught me to do this. I don't know why they didn't just say make an array, but this is how they did it. But then like they just go through and you have access, and it's just like building in C#, except it's TypeScript. And it's all like event-based systems, and they could have just exposed all of this inside of C# and inside of C++ for the other game engines, and it would have worked great. But there seems to be no reset on falling in my world. That is something we will probably have to fix. I think it was like literally just assets that they gave us. So this thing is at minimum 10 years late. Yeah, I think if they had started very soon after Roblox started, and they could at least like be competitive with what Roblox is doing right now. But yeah, why do I get black lines on your asset that you uploaded via FBX? I don't know. I haven't actually personally tried to upload any FBXs to this yet, so probably have to do that to minimize possibility of user introduced errors entering the environment. Maybe. Unreal also made theirs even bigger with the whole fab thing. So they're clearly aggressive on the one whole big asset store idea. My world's not available in your country. That's interesting. It did not tell me that. It told me it was 18 plus. It did not told me it would not be available in other countries. That is curious. But yeah, long short on this whole app, I think it's a good idea. I also agree with Strance that it's too late. Too little, too late. I think at this point in the industry, they should have just used an existing game engine that people already know how to use, because they would have automatically had that whole group of developers as people who can make games. So they immediately have more developers for their projects, and being able to integrate with it would have been so much easier using just like a porting tool that so many other engines and like kind of little metaverse deals already have. So they want to manage package versions themselves. Unity is mostly a bad user experience. I'm just already addicted to it. Maybe Unity is like a bad boyfriend or girlfriend. An abusive boyfriend. All right, let's see if it wants us to actually do scripting and stuff now. So we're on part 2 of this little zombie shooter deal. All right, so it wants us to import a custom model now. So we need to download this demo assets file. Okay, here we go. So we're about to upload an FBX. So you'll see how that works. Someone who was asking about it. Joseph? Yeah. You're about to see what a proper FBX upload looks like. All right, so we're going to extract the zip folder and then add the pedestal to the scene by opening the assets panel, click on assets tab at the bottom, click add new, click import, enable preserve offset pivots. Okay. And then find it on my device. All right, I can do that. I know how to follow instructions. All right, so my folder's here. We need to go to add new assets. I didn't actually see where that was though. Let's kind of poke around for a minute. Is it obvious? Add new, there we go. Add new 3D model. Preserve offset pivots are only supported on single mesh FBXs. Okay, this should be fine. Then we need to go to downloads. No, is it still downloading? Oh, I just need to unzip it first. All right, extract. Yes. Okay. Now if we go back. There you are. Demo assets. And then we want the single block. We want the pedestal. It want us to bring the pedestal. What is the pedestal called? Single block. So we need to select it and its texture at the same time and click open. That's the trick. That's probably what you're running into. Who was it? Joseph. The pivot option never showed up for you. That's weird. All right, so we're bringing stone block. So we need to click on stone block, hold down control, click on the other, like the actual texture for stone block, and then click open. And it should bring both of them in at the same point, at the same time, and it should just work. Oh, you see someone else in the world? Can I jump in the world? I'm gonna jump in the world. Go. Agree. Oh, I hit agree. Come on. Let me in. Unrealistic violence, weapons, unrealistic blood, and S movements. That's what my rating is. It's 18 plus. I can't enter it though. All right, I'm going to close it and reopen it. Like, I wonder if, do I show up in search if I search for myself? I do. Nice. And then go to my worlds. Do my world. It says there's nobody. Oh, there is two. There's 2 people in here. Oh, here we go. I wish I had I could like share my screen. All right. Oh no, I'm still exploring. Skip tutorial. Oh nice, I can run around my world. And then, oh, I see Beard or Die and Cirrus. Nice. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, solid. Cool. So if you want to join the world, just search for me, Justin P. Barnett, in like people, and then it's one of my worlds, and you can come hang out in this weird little world. Okay, cool. That's actually pretty fun. All right. This is kind of competitive for me to a point. I like building. So I this is weird I do not believe in Horizon Worlds long term. I think in the next year or 2 years, there's a massive opportunity here to like make a decent chunk of cash. If you basically create use the strategy that's been working really well right now for all of the VR games that have been published recently. You take a existing flat screen PC game that is doing really well. Fortnite, Ready or Not, even Beat Saber was Dance Dance Revolution. Take an existing game that's doing really well on flat screen and convert it to VR. And I think if you do that, even now, there's a huge opportunity to do that for Horizon Worlds. And so there's going to be a small handful of people who are able to even port the existing VR games into a Horizon Worlds version. If you're the first one or the first out of like 5 and yours is the best out of those 5 that get made, you're going to be making some cash because you'll be able to add in like, here, pay an extra $1, and there's like little upsells. They're like, pay $2 and you get like the 3-round burst machine gun instead of the single shooter pistol, like that kind of stuff. And if you're the first to like build all of this and put it as a world into Horizon Worlds, I think you're gonna make bank, because like, and Horizon will push your app and like market it to all 100 people who are actually on Horizon Worlds. But I think there's a big opportunity in the short term. I think in the long term, you should still learn Unity and you should still make your big play project on Unity. I also think there's a cool this is going to be a good way to test games to see if they are good, to test game ideas. So if you have this game idea, especially for like story games or like just games that would be easy to build in this platform, I think if you could test it in here, like a little short story that has the right characters and the right right mechanics, then you could test your games. You test like 10 different games or versions of your game in a different world for each one, and then whatever does the best, you take that out, build it in Unity, and then you publish it as an actual game. I think that's a good way to do some market testing too. Yeah, you see it on VR chat, like with Among Us, Liar's Bar, Suka game. Yeah, and also like Half-Life was a mod on a what was the game that Half-Life was a mod for? But like, yeah, that's the same principle, same idea. Curious to see how Google's Android XR competes in the market. Yeah, I think Google's gonna launch something here in the near future, and that'll be cool. Okay, so we did import an asset. Let's see if it actually worked. My assets, single block. What are you? Okay, so it's literally a block. All right, now what? Okay, so we imported the stone block. In the import models, click on my assets, single block, rename it to pedestal, enable snap to surfaces, and then allow it to easily position the base of the object on the ground. Snap to surfaces. I don't think I've seen that one. Snap to surfaces. Where would that be? Motion? Where are you? Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. Snap to surfaces. That would be a very useful button if I could find it. Ah, this one. Here we are. Snap to surfaces. Okay, so I don't know how it works though. Oh. Oh. Wireframe mode. How did I do that? Ah. Okay. Ooh. I don't know what all these modes are, but if you hold down shift and press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, you will get different view modes. So this is obviously wireframe. This is shaded wireframe. No, it's not shaded. It's like a different wireframe. This is shaded wireframe. This is probably like a light map kind of thing. And then this is confusing. This is hologram mode. Weird. You don't have to hold, oh, you don't have to hold shift? Ah, I just accidentally held shift. You're right. Thank you. Thank you, Kelvin. Top, middle, yeah. Okay, so I was, okay, yeah, that I was trying to press W and my hand slipped. Okay, so it will automatically snap to surfaces if I just like get it close. Sure, close enough. All right, what are we actually gonna do with the block? Ooh, there's a rifle. Go to assets, add new 3D model, import models. Is there a rifle in the list of the assets? We go add new 3D model, choose files, downloads. Why don't you just go to the last place I was? But that would be too easy. Ooh, battle rifle. Nice. All right. Yes. Oh, those are just the textures. Okay, we need one more. All right, so we have battle rifle A, battle rifle A. Am I missing the actual? Oh yeah, here's the FBX. Okay, so this one has two different textures. Okay. Oh yeah, you can change your camera speed in like in Unity too. That is helpful. Okay, import. All right, this one had two textures they imported with it. And then, oh, there's a problem. I didn't follow instructions good enough. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3. Oh, a weapon indicator. Weapon. Okay, so this comes with all of those and the battle rifle. So I imported it incorrectly, and it's basically telling me to delete it. Remove. Yes. All right, let's try again. This is a little weird, this process of importing, like having to make sure that you select all the right things is interesting. Okay. Now I should have everything. All right. And then it wants me to wait. Think about it. Think about the things I've done. You're having the issue of the asset's point of origin being far below the actual object. Oh, this is saying, currently the offset pivot feature only supports single mesh FPSs. This FPX has two meshes and could result in unexpected behavior. To avoid this, please do not preserve offset pivot when importing this FPX. Oh, so I should not have preserved it. So it wants me to there should just be an option to like remove. All right, let's see what it looks like. All right, where are you? Hey, come back. Oh, yeah, it's all the way over here. Okay, let's delete it again and then re-add it, but uncheck the preserve pivot deal. And importing's complicated. I already don't like it. Okay, so I want all three of those, but then I want to uncheck this preserve offset pivots. Oh, we didn't grab the actual FBX. Oh, just open in the last folder I was at. Come on, it's not that hard. Every other application does it. Okay, there we go. Import. Yeah, you're having the same issue I am, Gilman. Okay, here we go. It's got to think. Give it a chance to think. We're almost there. You had the most problems with importing assets. Yeah, I am discovering a little bit of your pain, Joseph. All right, here we go. So this one we didn't preserve the offsets. So I guess it's just gonna use the center point. Oh no, it's still way the heck over here. Why? That's annoying. Is there a way to reset the offset? Hey, I want to not click on the ground anymore. If I lock it, can I still click on it when I lock it. That's annoying. Okay, battle rifle. Yeah, the pivot's really annoying. All right, let's go under here. Weapon indicator, weapon body. Weapon body's at 0, 0. Weapon indicator is close to 0, 0. And then the freaking offset's way the heck over here. Let's do pivot. Okay, yeah, so here, you have to adjust this, Joseph. Adjust your, the same way in Unity, you've got your local and global rotations, and then your pivot is going to be either on the pivot or on the center. So we'll just check pivot, and then it actually does positions itself correctly. Yeah. All right, cool. What does it want us to do? We get to use the gun. That'll be fun. I wonder how complicated that's going to be. All right, we imported that. We want it to be placed on the pedestal. If you're having difficulty positioning, always remember you can use the orange surface snapping manipulator to move objects anywhere along the ground, or you can activate it by pressing W. Optionally use Control G lets you group the pedestal and rifle as one, so you can move them together. Okay, curious. All right, so if we click on the battle rifle, if we click on the orange deal, okay, it just moves it on the ground. All right, and then if we pull it up, okay, so it snaps it back to the ground if you use the orange thingy. All right, so we want to move it to the pedestal, above the pedestal. That'll work. Good enough for me. And then it wanted us to group them. So if we, okay, why do I have 2 battle rifles? I mean, more guns is always better, but okay, so we'll rename this to pedestal. Pedestal. I've seen it like literally 10 times already. How do you spell pedestal? Where are you? Pedestal. 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 That is not how you pronounce pedestal. Okay, and then Control G groups it. Okay. So that's basically like a hotkey for creating a new empty parent of all the selected objects. Interesting. Cool. All right, let's do things with it. In the hierarchy, rename the rifle to rifle. Okay. Make the rifle grabbable. Yeah, here we go. VR stuff. All right. In the property panel, set the following 2 properties. Motion is going to equal to interactive, and interaction is going to equal to grabbable. All right. And then we're supposed to try it out. So if we walk over, we can go over to the avatar and pick it up. And then now we have to fix the way that they hold the avatar. All right. They deprecated the in-VR editor tools. Super Rumble. I have heard that Super Rumble is fun. I have not tried it out. I have no idea what it is, but I have heard that Super Rumble is fun. Rifle. You can be an empty object. Sure. All right, and then the rifle is going to get defined. All right, motion is going to be interactive. And then the interaction is grabbable. Okay. And physics. Can we do both? Yeah, let's do both. Use custom gravity. Or just gravity. All right, let's just do grabbable. This physics is going to make it fall down. So we don't want that yet. All right, and then where's my spawn point? Because I'm going to move that. Spawn point. Come here. Let's put you right in front of the gun. Right there, and then go back up to normal spawn point height. There you go. Little tip, if you're testing stuff in a game, just put your spawn point right in front of the thing you're testing. Don't worry about running over there. Just put your spawn point right there, and then you hit play, and boom, E, and now I can grab the gun. And nothing happens, but I have it in my hand. Cool. All right, how does this actually work in VR? Does this also work in VR? Let's try it. I'm curious if it will just like work out of the box like this in VR. Or like really just like how does grabbing work in VR? Yes, that profile please. And then we're gonna need to jump over into link mode. Launch. And then I want to try this out in VR. The in-editor VR tools that people spent 3 years. Yeah, that is a great point, Beard or Die. We spent how long, building or using the, well, to be honest, how many of us actually use the in VR editor tools? But hey, come on. But then they discontinued it, which is a weird move. Like, why not just keep it? I don't understand. Okay, where are we? Why am I down here all of a sudden? Okay, and then I want to switch to VR. So let's jump over here, press that button. Does it work? Okay, it's thinking. We might eventually get to VR. They are reintroducing code blocks. That's interesting. I mean, the actual big complex worlds are going to be built by the people who actually know how to build TypeScript, but code blocks will be good for, like, I think they're really focusing on, like, with this, people who just have no experience building games or anything like that. Like, Meta's theme seems to be keep going back to the younger population, like, kids, 13-year-olds, for actually like being the users of the world and building out the new worlds. I don't know why this isn't swapping over to VR like I told it to. Can I just, oh, it's just frozen now. Awesome. Love it. Goes back to the part where they may pull the plug at any time, similar to Metaspark. Yep. Yeah, using both editor and VR would have been great for creators. Codeblocks is good for educational purposes. Yeah, they do give a little taste of programming. That is true. All right, we're gonna have to kill you. Close the program. Don't send data. All right. No. I want this one and that one, and then we go back here and reopen you. I was trying to keep my headphones on like I was like on a phone call with y'all, but I can't hear you. All right. I still don't know why this screenshot has like half black at the bottom. That's so weird. All right. Let's try this one more time. I want to see what the grabbing looks like in VR. Can we actually grab in VR? I also want to just figure out, okay, can I just hit this, switch to VR, and it'll just start for me? Oh no, that's the editor. Okay, so I don't want that. Get me out. Escape. Okay, so when I hit play, escape, and then switch to VR. There we go. I don't know why it wasn't working that first time. Oh no, we're still in the big editor. I don't want the editor, I want like play mode. Come on. It's thinking again. Oh, if it keeps this up, I'm gonna swap to Unity again. Okay, alright, just we'll use the controls. Swap to the dude. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we can run around, and then it looks like there's like a little hover interaction deal on it. So if I press the grip button, okay, so it just like comes to my hand like that, and then I can, the grabbing's not horrible actually. Okay, cool. Is there like a sight? There's a little bit of a sight. I do like the you've got these little dots here. I don't know if y'all can see this, but you have to line the 3 dots up in order for it to work, and it actually is surprisingly intuitive. Like, I like that as a holographic sight. That is really cool. All right, let's see if we can't get this working. Get the guns going. How much time we got? A little more than 30 minutes. The VR point of view is actually pretty nice. I could see it being good for level editing. The only problem is it's difficult to move stuff around in the VR mode. When am I gonna start working on the game for my contest? Like, what contest? For like building out my own Horizon Worlds app, or building out like a different app, like the VR Creator Academy project that I'm building, the county fair. All right, so we need to do the grabbing the gun in the right spot. To fix the way the avatar holds the rifle, with the rifle object selected in the hierarchy in the property panel, scroll down to the more section and enable both use VR grab anchor and use HWXS grab anchor, whatever that means. Horizon Worlds extra small, extra devices, extra small. So we're gonna enable these 2 guys, and then set a pose to use with the when the avatar holds onto the rifle. Okay, so they've got some like pre-built poses. That's pretty nice. It is stuff like this that I really appreciate for a pre-made world like this. I really like that they have the pre-made animations and pre-made poses, because in Unity you just have to like do all this from scratch basically. Like, they have their whole IK system and stuff, but it's a lot more to set up, I think, than this. You need Bruise Night back. We do a in VR meetup every other Thursday, but it's not quite Bruise. It's like you're coming to listen to a TED talk kind of thing, and to hang out a little bit. But the Bruise was fun. If you're like an OG VR Creator Academy person, you know Bruise, and that was fun. Okay, so that still doesn't look proper, but you know, whatever you say. All right, let's set that up then. So we'll go to the rifle, and then we want to enable, what are we enabling? The grab anchor and this grab anchor. And the avatar pose is going to be rifle. Who can grab? Anyone. Who can take from the holder? Anyone. You should always be able to take your friend's gun. Primary action icon. Primary action is to shoot, fire. Secondary action, reload. I'm probably gonna have to change all of this. We're getting ahead. Avatar attachable, probably. Anchor. All right, we're getting too far off. Let me test this, see if it works. Okay, so I press E. Somehow we've... I don't know how we broke this. I changed like 2 things. How have we already broken it? Hold on. I literally just did... I checked this... I checked that one. And then I changed the avatar pose to rifle. I don't... Alright. Who can take it? Only you. And then we'll reset these to none. Did I break it by the primary actions and secondary actions? Let's try again. All right. Oh, I all of a sudden cannot walk properly. My avatar does not animate. Don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, what's up, Arkin? Are you getting in on that, Miranda? We were actually just talking about our in VR meetups. Anthony wants us to bring Bruce back, and I told him that we meet up in VR in Banter now. Arkin hosts our in VR meetups, so that was actually very serendipitous timing of you asking about that. Okay, why in the heck? Oh, here we go. It gave us a little... I want this stupid box to go away. Is it the indicator? What's this box? I want this box to leave. How do I do that? Lightable? Do I turn that off? Visible? No. Like, what the heck is this box? Because I want to see... Turn my camera speed way down. I want to see the hand. There's a hand on it that I can see to like adjust the anchor. But it's only when I'm not selecting the gun. Oh, it went away now. It was there, I swear. Did you guys see it too? There was a hand there that I could like move around, but now it's gone. Because I messed with things. Okay, what am I missing? I'm missing something. We checked that one, and we checked that one, and my avatar can't animate anymore. All right, let's. I can't even. There's not even like an avatar thing. Oh, is it the world sim? Is the world sim off? No, the world sim's on. And my guy just slides around. I feel like this is just. This is the problem with Horizon Worlds, is that you get so many weird errors like this, where it's just like, I clicked 2 checkboxes and neither of them adjusted how my avatar walks normally, but it's probably just because their servers are down or something. I don't know. Also, what's with this? There's 2 very big stupid boxes when I select it. There should not be. There should be a very, very small, like, orange outline of something that I have selected. And it should not affect my visibility of it. So I'm saying this is the Unity killer, so absolutely, this is Unity. This is the new Unity. For today. We're trying it out today. Yeah, you were summoned, Arkin. Seemed like they suppressed some Unity bull references or something. Is it still in VR? There. I broke it. Yeah. I did break it somehow. I'm not sure how, but we clicked 2 checkboxes. I clicked. Wait, all right, let's go. Let's redo it. Let's go back. Uncheck the. Oh, we can't. Oh no. We had the little. All right. All right. We broke the checkbox too. The checkbox won't. It's just permanent. I wonder if I close. All right. we're gonna restart this world. Oh, okay. I thought that it was actually frozen too. I was like, all right, well, there's our problem. I think we broke it. So by a toggle checkbox. This is too much for it. If you're joined us already, you can actually get to this world to test it out too. If you search Justin P. Barnett under people, it's my zombie shooter world. It's nothing to write home about, but you will be able to hang out with all the other people in chat in here. You can go to it on your phone, you can go to it on the website, or you can go to it in VR, and you can all chat cross-platform. And then as soon as I get this gun working, I'll publish it, and one person will be able to hold a gun, and all the rest of you will look in shame at the one person who was there first. Okay, if I hit play now, we can run. So it was literally just an editor error, and then I click E and I hold it like a gun, but it's not quite the correct orientation. All right. Okay, another question I have. Can I pause it mid, like on the fly, and then edit it like I would in Unity? Oh, the answer is no. What? I hit... Okay. What does this button do? Enter build mode. Enter preview mode. What? What's the difference? And I cannot enter build mode. Oh, this is build mode. Okay. Is there a stop button? I want like a pause button. Is there... Strance, do you know if there's a pause button? Like in Unity, when you can just like pause on that frame to adjust things? Because I want to adjust how you pick up, how you hold the rifle, but like how the heck? Don't look for the Unity log file in your app data. Mine usually ends up going over 1 GB of errors. Oh man. I should probably clean that out every so often. Unity's chunky. I went through and deleted a bunch of old Unity projects that I wasn't using anymore, and I think I cleared up like 350 GB of data off of my hard drive just by just deleting a bunch of old Unity projects. Yeah, where's Ian when you need him? We need Ian here. Okay. Interesting. So we can't actually adjust. So I can't. I want to adjust it live. Like I want to adjust it live, but it's not wanting me to. So, and it doesn't even mention like, oh, you can adjust the grab anchors and rotations. Like it doesn't tell you the best way to do that. It just bypasses it and like check rifle. Look, it's great. Moving on. Add a hello world script. It's not that much of a pause. It's more like like if you press escape, but if you select an entity, it will reset its state to the editor. Yeah, that is an issue. I want to like edit things while it's running, or at least see if I want to like see data in the midst of the process, but I guess we don't have that luxury yet. All right, let's add a hello world script. So now we have a rifle that we can pick up and move around. It doesn't do anything. So in this section, you'll make something happen when you fire the rifle. So we're gonna write a hello world script, which makes perfect sense. All right, we're gonna name the script shoot, which is probably not something I would name a script I was gonna attach to a rifle. I would name it rifle, probably, but you do you, Unity. Not Unity, Meta. Shouldn't shame Unity like that. All right, so so I've made some scripts in the last project, so I'm probably gonna skip through a lot of this and get to the actual, okay, here we go. So code block event, we're looking for the on index trigger down. That's what we want. All right, let's do that. So we're going to make a script. So that's going to be over here. No, over here, we're gonna hit plus. We're gonna call it a rifle because we're not maniacs. So we'll call our script shoot. Okay, there we go. And then the issue I have is like, where the heck is open scripts folder in Explorer? And I'm gonna copy this with this huge number. So when we go over here, I quit out of the last project, and then I want to CD to this, and then we'll invim into that. Beautiful. Scripts and rifle. Cool. All right, so it wants us to create a this.code block event. I've kind of gotten the hang of like the scripting. This is the one thing that I know how to do really well, is I can do scripting. Oh, except for I don't want to open a new tab. Go away, you want to. So I'll make it a little bigger for you. All right, so the thing that is listening for the event is this. So this.entity, and then we want space everything out nicely. And then we want to listen for hz.codeblockevents.on index trigger down is what we're listening for. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to do a callback function. And what does this listen for? All right, we get a player. Okay. Get a player in the function, and it's going to be of type Horizon Worlds player. And then inside of here, we want to do console log shoot. There we go. Beautiful. All right, back into Horizon Worlds. I don't need you. All right, you're not compiled. Hey, I don't want you to open up in Visual Studio Code. All right, and then we did it not add it to, hold on. Where's my scripts? Doesn't it normally add it in here? I'm confused. What's up with you? All right, compile. Yeah. Not compiled. Why aren't you compiled? Is there an error? Okay. Why? Ooh, is it this? It might be that. Maybe not. Argument player return type of void is not assignable to type of player. What? Code block events on trigger index down. On index trigger down. And then player of type Horizon Worlds player. Doing a callback. And then, okay, what if I just delete everything in here? Are you happy with that? No. Interesting. Okay, connect. Oh, I see. We were trying to send. We're trying to send a code block. We need to connect, which is, so sending is like invoking an event. Connecting is listening for the event. So we were doing that wrong. I think I wanted to connect in my head, but I think I just hit the go too fast. Okay, cool. So this works. Is it in the project now? How do I add it? Okay, so in here, click on my rifle. I want to attach a script to you, and the attached script should be rifle. Okay. Are you not in the world? I could have sworn the last project I was doing, when I added a new script, it like dropped it in here, and I had to like manage it. I had to manage it like another entity, and now it's just somewhere else. Weird. I wasn't looking at chat for a second because I got distracted. You can set up position orientation for your gun. There is a grab point. Well, yeah, but when I click on my gun, you see this giant, like 2 boxes that cover it, and I can't see anything. It makes it a little difficult to adjust the grab points. It's a little difficult. The world is probably file backed by default now. You're dancing on my grave. Rude. Here, if I publish this, it'll update. Let's change the thumbnail. Let's take another photo of the gun. All right, take a photo. Oh, it's weird because, oh yeah, oh, so that's why it took a weird photo, is because this was literally, that's bizarre. So I took a photo using Meta's built-in photo software, and this bottom portion of the screen blocked half the photo, and it literally just made the bottom half black. So we have to do that if we want to get a proper photo, which is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so can I like just deselect everything in here? And can I turn gizmos off? Is that a thing? Because like there's this weird dash line going through my project, and also I want to turn off like the little icons for the dealios. Yeah, that looks good. Publish. Have a gun. If you're still in my world. Whoever's the first to get the update gets the gun, because I think there's only one, and I think only one person is allowed to have it. It doesn't like regenerate or anything. So you can have a gun that is held at a very weird position right now. Yeah, can I turn overdraw? Oh, okay, that's like we're rendering 2 meshes in the same spot. That's what that view is. Okay, interesting. How to turn the box off. That would be nice. Okay. All right, the rifle shoots. Let's test it. So if I hit, let's drag this up again. And then go to here. Ooh, I almost had it. I was like 1 pixel off. Boop, there we go. So we've got a console. Let's clear this out. Hit play, and then I can pick up the rifle. Ooh, it looks good now. All right. I don't know why the collision was off. It looks decent. And then if I press the trigger button, shoot, nice. And then it counts up for me. Cool. All right, and then. It is, I assume it's aiming at the crosshair, but my dude is definitely not aiming where I'm aiming. So I wonder if that's going to be a weird discrepancy. You can take better photos in the world in VR. That's probably true. Can you put your name on one of the tombstones, Arkid? Yes. I just need to figure out how to do UI. But yes, I totally can. Okay, good. I didn't just want to badly. Maybe you can hide gizmos from the last icon drop down, the sphere to change your scene rendering. Oh, yeah, we tried that. You had it for a while, but it was out of ammo. Yeah, so we added, so you are console logging every time you hit shoot. Every time you shoot, but that's about it. I think that's the only thing you can do right now. All right, back to the code. All right, so we have it logging now. So we tested it. So now we add a projectile launcher to the rifle. Done, done, done. All right, so the way we do that. So now if you have a rifle, you can pick it up and carry it, but it doesn't actually do anything, which is what Beard or Die is encountering. So select the rifle from the hierarchy, focus on the rifle, click the build button, click gizmos, and select projectile launcher. That sounds fun. Okay, rifle, focus, build, gizmos, projectile launcher. Okay. We now have a projectile. I assume this goes inside of the rifle. And then we want to center it up. So it is at 000 on the rifle. And then probably gonna be want to be at the muzzle, which is like right there. And probably adjust the scale a little bit. Let's go back here. Okay, we've got a projectile. Okay, so it's just putting it really far forward. So it aligns with the aim of the rifle. Okay. So that's where the projectile is going to spawn. All right, then we've got a projectile. Okay, then we add the launcher. Okay, so this is similar to Unity. So the props definition inside of the script, this guy right here, is basically your inspector. So everything inside of here is like the serialized field part of your inspector. And so we want a launcher, and that's going to be type of property types dot entity. Okay. Type, I forget how TypeScript works. So type semicolon or actual colon, and then it's going to be horizon types, property types, entity. Is that the right one? Yeah. Okay. And then if I save that and we go back into here, if I click on the rifle, we now have launcher down here at the bottom that we can drag and drop this projectile launcher into. And then let me move the projectile launcher a little bit forward. There we go. And move it up. I guess it depends on how big of the projectiles are actually spawning. It should be right there. Okay, cool. And then back over here. And then add a statement to the start. We want to say this, props, launcher, and then we're going to cast it as a projectile launcher gizmo. Okay. So we're basically changing the type. I wonder if you can just type it right off the bat. Does it have to be a type horizon here? Can I just type it as a horizon projectile launcher gizmo? Let's see. Projectile launcher gizmo. Can I just do this? So that would be a whole lot easier. Here, let's go back. No, okay. It seems fine. Let's remove it. Okay, and then try to re-add it. Okay. That might work. Let's clear out everything, hit play, and see if we get any errors. No. Okay, cool. Still shooting. Still works. Oh, here we go. Getting an error. Failed to load module rifle being imported because of some UI thing. Line 18. Ah, I keep pressing the wrong button. Nope, we don't even have 18. Okay. Alright, fine, we'll do it the proper way. So inside of start, we'll do it before we start listening to this event. We want to cast launcher. So we'll do let launcher gizmo is going to be equal to this.props.launcher. So launcher with a question mark because we might not have it as horizon projectile launcher gizmo. Okay. And then we want to set the speed of the launcher options. So we'll do add a statement just before the start function that adds a property. Okay, so this is going to be a variable called launcher options. And it's going to be horizon projectile launch projectile options, launcher projectile options, and then we have a speed option. Speed is going to be equal to 50. TypeScript's so confusing to me, where like when do you add a colon versus like an equal sign, all that kind of stuff confuses me a little bit. Make it fire and axe. We'll bring back Gridstone's axe from the county fair. The VR county fair. All guns in all of my projects shoot axes. Little itty bitty axes in honor of Gridstone. Okay, so we're setting options. We've got a gizmo, and then we're doing, okay, so launcher gizmo dot launch with launch options. Okay, we'll do launcher gizmo dot, well, question mark dot launch with launcher options. Cool. That looks good. The grid axe. That's fun. The grid axe. And I feel like in my trailer, it's just like over the shoulder of someone shooting, and then it like follows the bullet like in like Sniper Elite or something, and then you just see like, instead of like, you're expecting to see like a bullet spinning, and it gets really close and it's just this really itty bitty axe that's spinning, and then it just kind of like slow-mos and you see the grid axe like written on it, and then it like goes back into fast forward. That's what just happened in my brain. All right, we are launching a projectile. Do we get to specify what projectile gets launched inside of, see this would make sense. Okay, here we go. Projectile preset is a grenade. Sure, let's do that. And then this is all set up still. Okay, can I just, let's just test that out a little bit. Ooh, okay, so it's not shooting where I'm pointing at all, and it's not exploding or anything. Okay, that's a little, oh okay, so I can hold it. I'm gonna hold it down. It's just pointing into the sky a little bit, so we need to adjust the rotation. See, this would be a perfect point where I could just like pause it with a freeze frame and just tweak the rotation down just a little bit of the gun, because that's not ideal. Okay. So yeah, if I like grabbed the, yeah, it like unspawns it or whatever. Not ideal. See, if I just adjust the, what is it? It's gonna be the X rotation down just a, well, not from this, but the X rotation of the grab lock, which is supposed to be showing me offsets, but it's not. This grab anchor, I don't know which way is which though. So like if we did like 20 degrees, is that gonna be 20 degrees up? Oh, this is also probably the position. So in 20 degrees. Let's try it, see if it's up or down. Oh, that's up. So we need to go 20 degrees down. And then it should be more in line. And then I won't mess with it too much after that, until it comes back and like it tells me to do things. Okay. Oh, that's too far. We should have done 10. I say I wouldn't mess with it. And then this is my problem with like UI stuff, is especially with UI when you can just like bump it over just like 1 or 2 not decibels, but just like 1 or 2 pixels, and then I can just do that for hours. Hover your mouse on the property name to see the full name and rare occasional tooltips. Okay, so if we hover over this, it just tells us the anchor rotation. Oh, we're still a little high, so if we go to like -13, and then the z-axis was a little bit off too, so we'll do -5 there, and then I'm not even going to test it. We're going to go back and keep coding. Okay, so we are shooting every single time, which is fun. We have our attached script, we have projectile launcher, we're shooting. It doesn't even acknowledge that you're shooting way up into the sky. Like, yeah, this is fine. Guns aren't important anyway. They should have the color XYZ in the UI to match colors of them on the that is clever. They should do that. I like your thinking. Valdarg. Is that how you say it? Valdarg. Count points whenever you hit the target. So in this section, we will update the script so that you score a point every time you hit the target. Okay. So we're going to create a zombie Skelecrita. That's what we're looking for. In interactive. Okay. So we're going to go up here to asset library. Drop in Skelecrita. In interactive. And it's not there. Is there a enemies? Toys. Surely it's toys. Would it be, there's weapons. What kind of weapons? We just give ourselves an actual, like an RPG. Here we go. See, this is the also a cool part is I'm sure this like battle machine gun already has a machine gun script like attached to it, so I don't even have to do anything. That would be nice. Oh look, there's like a little alien pulse rifle, a Halo pulse rifle. Is this all the guns, all the weapons? I'm kind of surprised if like this is all of them. Curious. I'm sure there'll be more. I wonder how you upload assets to that, because I feel like that would be a lucrative thing, especially if they get to the point where they're paying, like you have to pay for those assets too. All right. We're shooting. We were looking for like a zombie kind of person to bring in. So we wanted to go to public asset library and then interactive and then look for this skeleton dude. Shouldn't it be a zombie? Zombie. Interactive. No. What would like enemy AI people be under? Vehicles. Animals? All right, let's just not filter. See what it gives us. It's just fish and a bee. Okay, featured items. There's actually not a ton here. I kind of thought it was going to be a lot more based on like some of the weird stuff you get in this, but then when you go to the actual categories, it's not a lot. Like it's a small scroll. Like just a boop. Okay, I would have thought, and like why do you put all the different types of dice and balls, and that's it. That's all the toys you can think of. Environment. I guess we did search for, okay, there's a lot of environments. Here's like the cemetery gravestones and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of environment. Can I just, is there a zombie in the environment? No. Structures, interiors, lights. What kind of lights? I'm kind of just exploring at this point. Okay. Interesting. Food, animals, wearables. There's gotta be a VR headset in here. There's not. Surprise. Audio. Okay, there's a lot of like sound effects and stuff. Weapons and VFX. Interesting. Okay. There's not a zombie. I can't find it. This like skeleton Kraya does not exist. There's two enemies, skeletons and zombies. We'll teach you about pools and waves to handle them. Yeah, but like how do I bring them? Like they're not in the place that they said they would be. Unless I'm looking in the wrong spot, which is very likely. No, it's this one. Skeleton. In interactive is what it said. The only things in interactive are, okay, here's a zombie and here's a skeleton. Okay, we'll bring in the skeleton. It was not called what it was called in the tutorial. There's not an option to drag him along the floor. Okay. So your skeleton man gonna go over here. And then what do we do from there? Okay, rename the skeleton to target. Position the target anywhere in the scene. And then we need to update our projectile script. Update our script so that whenever a projectile hits an object, a point is added to the score. We'll need to add a variable to track the current point value. Finding an audio matching your taste is a pain. You have to import them one by one in your scene to play the audio. There should be a preview at least. I have seen people record their gameplay and put it on a loop. So like record it as like an MP3 and then have it playing on a loop in like a small window. And then you go to like freesound.org or something like that. And then as your thing is playing on a loop, you can hit the different soundtracks and see like what matches the vibe. I've heard that actually does really well. You just like record your screen with your game playing a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna have points every time the object. Okay, so we've got a code block event called on projectile hit object, and then we're going to, can we check to see if it's a tag? No, we have to check for the particular entity that we're hitting. Okay, so if, so this is going to be inside. Okay, so if there is a launcher gizmo, the launcher gizmo is going to be the one that is subscribing to the event. That's kind of interesting. Okay, let's try this. So it wants us to have a points value. This is going to be a number and it's going to equal 0. And then inside of the start, we're going to check to see if we have a launcher gizmo. Then we want to, oh, not do that. Then we want to subscribe to, we'll do hz.code block events. And then, or no, this dot connect code block event. So we're going to listen for a code block event, particularly on the gizmo. So launcher gizmo. And then that's going to give us a horizon code block events on projectile hit object. Okay. And then when that happens, I guess we would probably get the object. And it's going to be called horizon entity, I think. I'm guessing at this point. We'll go back here to our little lifecycle event, and then console.log hit object. And then we also want to add points. So points plus plus. Oh. Member 0 implicitly has any type. Oh, equals. The TypeScript equals stuff messes me up. Not. Oh, we have to do this as well. This is very annoying at TypeScript, having to write this in front of anything. Oh, their sound effect library is pretty big. Oh, but you can't just, that's annoying. Like, yeah, you should just be able to like click on it once and have it play the sound effect, and then double click or like drag and drop in order to import the sound. Like having to import every single sound to see what it sounds like is ridiculous. That is weird. That's definitely something they need to work on, because that's interesting. All right, we're gonna finish up this. File has been changed since reading it. Do you want to really write to it? But yes. Who's changing my file? Okay. Stop doing things. All right. So right now we are registering anytime we hit something. Let me make sure. I don't think I need to change anything. So E and then boom. And then, ooh, okay. So we're hitting that. Interesting. So I guess it's like if we hit an entity, then hit object. Okay. It's weird. We're not like tagging it or anything. So like there's no, and I guess I did call that right. We do object hit entity. Oh, and then we also get a position and rotation, but or position and normal, but I guess we don't particularly need that. We could use that for like particle effects for like hitting it, but told you last time about this. Yeah, I kind of hate it. This theme from Code Train plays, yes. It's been a minute since I watched a Code Train video. Yeah, it's so many thises. Okay, so, and I bet they can accurately shoot with the gun. Okay, display the score. And then, wow, we're only like halfway through this super long article. We may actually end it here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop off here because it is currently my bedtime. I try to do it 2 hours. Otherwise I won't get up tomorrow and do actual work and make money so that I can come back and do this. But if you are not subscribed to the Twitch or the YouTube channel, please do, so that I can maybe eventually make money from this and have it be a full-time thing. That would be fun. But I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. So we're going to come back. Yes. Publish one more time. Good idea. The current state of the game. You guys can actually like see the weird guns. Cool. So I'll be back on Thursday. So I'm doing this Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I'll be back on Thursday. We'll finish this up on Thursday. I'm not gonna bail on it just yet, but this one definitely is better than the previous tutorial. This goodbye, this night. Yeah. Have a great night this night. That's just how I feel when I write code in TypeScript or JavaScript. This. Good. I'm glad this is providing some value. That's like the whole goal of this kind of stream is to help you guys out and see if I can well, we're figuring it out, and maybe I can figure out something for you so that it's easier when you jump in and start making it. Be like, oh yeah, I remember when Justin was struggling to figure out how to do some particular thing. Or like all of these VODs are posted on YouTube and saved in perpetuity, so if you ever want to come back and be like, how did he solve that particular problem, you can come back and see it. So that's like that's the whole point of all this. So 4 a.m. there, Digital Breed. Wow, I appreciate you just hanging out with me in the morning. It's early over there. It is late here. It's 11 o'clock, which doesn't sound late to a lot of people, but I also get up early and edit videos. So it's a job and a half. 8 p.m. there. Still lots of time. Yeah, you got a lot of time, Goodstone, up in Canada. Cool. All right. It was good hanging out with y'all. I'll see you next time.